Welcome to Preview GABCON, your first-hand look at what's to come at GABCON 2023 in our educational sessions. I'm your host, Hannah Osborne, and today I'm joined by Juan Galdamez, host of Management and Engineering session, The Connected Car. Juan, thank you for joining me today. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself as well as what your session's going to entail?
Hey, Hannah, thanks for having me. So I'm Juan Galdamez with Xperi, and I'm going to focus on the connected car. Talk a little bit about what we're doing at Xperi in this space and to show how broadcasters can really take advantage of some really exciting things that are going on in this space.
That's great. And how does the connected car affect broadcasters that are entering the market as well as broadcasters that have been in the market for years and are very well established?
Absolutely. So the vehicle plays a super critical role for radio listening. Obviously, that's where the majority of listeners engage with radio content inside of the vehicle. And so it's a pivotal piece of the puzzle for radio, and how listeners engage with content or how they engage with stations is evolving rapidly. And we are very excited about radio's future in the car and the solutions and the technologies that we're bringing to the vehicle. I think just change the way uh, listeners will engage with radio over time.
And how does this affect the future of the industry?
Well, I think, there's a lot of discussion, a lot of concern about radio's future in the car and where radio fits with the ever-changing vehicle, and how these screens are getting larger, and what does that actually look like for radio and what does that mean for radio. And so, we're firm believers in adoption of technology can really change the way radio appears in the car and make the experience better. And we'll be talking a lot at the session in Jekyll Island around connectivity and what does that mean for radio, and the benefits that brings on the user side for listeners when they're tuning into stations, but then also on the back end for stations. For the first time ever, we're able to now extract real-time metrics coming from the car. So now stations can see real-world data coming from over-the-air AM and FM listening inside of the car, which that alone is a game changer and is something that, broadcasters around the world have always wanted to see. And, up until March of this year when we launched it, have never been able to see that until today. And it's something that's available today. And so we'll be talking about that. And then just some general user experiences, being able to deliver lyrics to songs on the radio, be able to transition from over the air to stream in the car, things like that. So showing how we can really take advantage of the connectivity in the car, and that it shouldn't be something that broadcasters are scared of. It's something that can really help radio and help it to thrive even further in the car and go another 100 years.
And in your perspective, how do you think that radio can remain relevant in such an ever-evolving world?
I would say, one, radio has proved over the last 100 years that it is the medium that really connects and resonates with a community. It is in touch with what's going on in the local community. It knows how to communicate and how to connect with audiences, whether it's spoken word format, whether it's music formatted, whatever it is, with the talent, with the activations that happen in the market. It's the medium and the content that really engages with the audience. And so I think that radio should focus a lot on the content and really feel comfortable about what radio delivers to the vehicle today, in the sense of feel confident that the audio that it delivers, the radio resonating and will continue to resonate. And it's just about going further in the car, and let's do more to drive that connection to the audience and to change the experience and add elements to make it an exciting time in the car.
What can attendees hope to walk away with from your session?
Yeah. At a minimum, optimism and excitement about the future of radio in the car. That will be kind of the main focus of my discussion. I want to make sure that everybody who's sitting in there and listening to me speak will at least walk out of there feeling good about where radio's presence in the vehicle is going and where it is today. And then hopefully, we'll walk away with some action items. We'd love to get stations more integrated and participating with what we're doing in the hybrid space for DTS Auto Stage. It's a completely free solution. There's no cost or hardware or anything like that that a station needs. But to be able to start to feel good about where radio is going and to know that innovation is happening in the car and that it's not a scary space to be concerned with, that there's a lot of fun stuff going on and yeah.
And how does the current legislation of AM for Every Radio Act affect what you're discussing in your session?
Yeah, it's an important piece of it, right? I think, in general, the discussions around AM's, presence in the car and what that looks like is definitely obviously top of mind. What we want to do is we want to make sure that radio looks as great as possible in the car and is the best experience in the car, whether that's AM or FM. And our DTS Auto Stage tool that we're going to be talking about a little bit at the session supports AM radio, and we're strong advocates for AM in the car. So I think showing hybrid radio or showing this broadcast radio and connectivity in the car and coming together, I think will just help AM and just help the experience overall for listeners and for broadcasters. And we think will create a vibrant future for FM and AM, to be honest.
And why should managers and engineers come to GABCON 2023?
Because it's a great event. I mean, there's a lot, hopefully, not just on my end, but I think, it's a great time for broadcasters to get together to learn, some important topics of what's going on, learn what's happening within the industry, but then also, for networking, I'm excited to get down there and to see a bunch of groups that we already work with, to meet some new friends and to get out to Jekyll Island. And I think who doesn't need an excuse to go to Jekyll Island? I mean,
right.
I'm excited just for that, not let alone the overall event. So,
well, thank you so much for joining me today, Juan, and I cannot wait to see you at Jekyll Island at GABCON 2023.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I'll see you there.